Hi guys, welcome back to the UK and Ireland tour. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have a cup semi-final for you against Queen's Park, and we follow it up with a league game following the league split against Kilmarnock. Since you were last with us, we had a decent run of form. We had a few games where we weren't beaten, so we looked pretty decent for those matches. But then we played Queen's Park and lost by 2 goals to 0, and we lost 3-2 against Kilmarnock in a game where they only had 2 shots on target. Connor Barron in the opening 15 minutes scored an own goal and missed a penalty. He was very quickly substituted. Um, the Kilmarnock game was very frustrating. We completely dominated. They ended up with 3 shots on target in the end. Um, but again, we should have done a lot better than we did, and it's been incredibly frustrating these last couple of matches. And Queens Park once again getting the better of us as well. Um, and that was a game that we didn't deserve anything from at all, to be quite honest. We had the majority of possession, but we did nothing with it. And a number of poor performances. Boyd with a 6.1, Benjamin with just a 6, and Oru with a 6.3 there as well. It was a very poor performance all round. We really do need to pick it up if we want to progress into the cup final. If we get a win against Kilmarnock, we will be safe, depending on other results with St Johnstone and Livingston. We're still sat 10th in the league. Depending on how things go, we might be able to squeeze up a place, but the priority is to keep safety, basically. And if we get a result, if we lose to Kilmarnock, but we get a result against St Johnstone, then it's all done and dusted anyway. 5 games to go, 13 points clear. Let's see what we can do. First port of call is this cup semi-final. We really need to start knuckling down. For some reason, we just can't get that level of consistency in our game at the moment. It really has been frustrating. We had a decent few matches, like I say, but then we've just fallen to a couple of defeats against sides that they're not massively better than us, um, but they do have some individual qualities, and unfortunately, they always seem to go against us at the moment. We've already started to try and do business um, where the summer's concerned, ready for next season. But again, I'm not entirely sure which way it's going to go. Um, on the other side of it, I won't mind losing the league game against Queen's Park if it means that we can go out there and win here today in this cup semi-final, just for the prestige of it, really. There is an opportunity where, depending on what happens in the league, we may qualify for Europe just for reaching the final. Um, so there's a little bit of a mix and match that could happen, but again, we'll have to wait and see. Bruce hit into Kenner, back into Bruce, and now Baldwin. Good tackle from Boyd. Decent control from him there, and now Tripinez into Barron. And again, it's Barron again with a big error in that midfield, and Bell picks it up, finds Kanda, and it is a goal for Queen's Park, and that again stems from Barron. And I think, to be honest, he's a player that we're going to sell over the summer. He's making too many mistakes in that midfield, considering he's supposed to be one of the key players at the club, and he's done so again. Um, and Queen's Park looking to get him behind again. Rogers makes the save, but we're just limping over the finish line to try and stay in the Scottish Premier League. Tactically, we are going to change things for next season. I It has been reasonably effective with the attacking mentality, but overall, we do need to do something different. I think there's no point in doing it this season. I don't think, but we'll have to see what happens. Bagado here into Oru. Chance to get down the left hand side. It's a good pass. Amari Benjamin manages to get onto it. Can't find any support in the penalty area, and it's ended up falling for Farrell Brown in the end. It's a very fortuitous goal for us. Just about to hit the 10-minute mark. We've managed to get a quick equaliser. Um, Hopefully, it's something that we can build on. In the end, it fell very luckily for us, to be honest. Benjamin couldn't get the cross in, neither could Oru. It took a number of deflections, and Brown just smashed it in. With his weaker foot, Markham, the keeper, didn't really have a chance to set himself. And it is 1-1. Um, Again, it's just been frustrating performance-wise. I mean, we've equalised, and instead of continuing momentum, Queen's Park have had a number of opportunities, and we just really do seem to struggle at the moment to get any form of consistency. And at the minute, it's looking very much like Queen's Park are going to get back ahead again as Kanda gets the strike away, but it goes wide, and we really do need to pick ourselves up a bit here. Sredojevic into Oru. Baron into Sredojevic again. And now Bagardo. Into Triponez. Now Baron. Finds the pass into Amari Benjamin. It's a good effort from him, really, considering the distance to goal. Not a bad effort at all. It's gone wide, unfortunately. That's probably one of the first positive things we've seen from Conor Barron in recent weeks. Sredojevic here into Barron. Simple pass this time into Bagardo. And now Henry Francis into Amari Benjamin, who it's a good save from Markham in the end, touching it onto the crossbar. But Amari Benjamin does seem most likely at the moment. Triponez there with a header, and Markham somehow keeps it out. And again, we should be in front. We just need to be taking these opportunities, but it just doesn't quite seem to go our way, unfortunately. Barron now with the corner, swings it into that near post, and again it's Triponez, and again, somehow Markham manages to tip it around the post. They're two really good headers from Triponez there. And each time Markham has managed to just about scramble it away. And it's just, as I say before, it's not quite going our way. Here's Barron into Bagardo. Lays it all the way back to Henry Francis. And now Boyd into Triponez. And in the end, nothing comes of it. And it's, again, really frustrating. Massive, massive chances there. And yes, at least we've hit the target. And the keeper with two excellent saves. But frustration continues to build. Launch ball over the top there. And Benjamin's not going to get there ahead of Markham. And again, just a little bit lackluster in terms of quality. And we need to just pick it up a little bit. I'm just, to be honest, I mean, at least we're in the cup tie, you know. But it's, again, just an amount of frustration building at the moment because we've got the quality. And we know what it is. Jones gets the strike away there and Rogers makes a comfortable save. I'm not too sure what we're going to change to tactically for next season. I don't know even whether it's worth trying a few different things when we confirm our safety either. But I suppose we've got nothing to lose if we confirm safety. So it could be something that we do look at. Here is Tendeng. Evans wins it back from him and Kenner unchallenged there. And now Bell into Baldwin. Back to Kenner again. And there's absolutely no challenge in the midfield. Henry Francis in the end latching on to a poor touch from the Queen's Park midfielder. But again, it's just not really enough. And Brown does well to get the ball over the top. And Benjamin has scored quite a nice goal in the end. And we do take the lead. But again, despite taking the lead, I'm still really frustrated by the way that we're playing at the moment. We give the ball away far too much. And the only reason we won possession back is because it fell fortuitously for Henry Francis because of that poor first touch from their midfield player. Yes, we've capitalised on it, and it's great, but we really need to knuckle down, and obviously there will be changes next season anyway. We've already confirmed a couple of signings, and I'm hopeful that we can really settle into a rhythm next year. Benjamin looking for Oru, and again, it's intercepted easily by Graham, and now Markham in goal, just taking it out of the penalty area. He's under a bit of pressure there, but he launches it forward. There's no pressure on the ball, and Triponez just picks it up and lays it to Boyd. And now chance to get it down this right-hand side. Farrell Brown picks it up now. Fires it into Benjamin, who controls it well. And again, lays it back into Triponez. And Boyd just about receiving that. Baldwin almost intercepted it there. And Triponez now into Bagardo. And now Sredojevic. Coming down this left-hand side. Chance to get it forward again. And well, I thought it was a poor pass. It ended up being completely misread by the defender. And Oru just laid it on a plate for Benjamin. And it's 3-1 now as we approach half-time. We're actually taking one or two of our chances. But, I mean, I'm not too sure what the right-back was doing there. He completely misread it. And Oru with a very easy layoff into Benjamin. And it's 3-1 now. And Benjamin is our top scorer now as well, incidentally, because largely we've not been playing Longwell, who I suspect we're going to loan out next season anyway, just because he's not of the required quality to play first team regular already. And that is ridiculous. It's an immediate response from Queen's Park. Route 1 stuff, no marking from the defence at all. And it's 3-2. Just when we're looking comfortable, and it completely goes to pot again. Boyd here into Henry Francis. It's end-to-end stuff here. Farrell Brown, chance to get the strike away, and he does. It takes a deflection, but Markham managing to make the save. And tipping it around his right-hand post. And Barron now with the corner. Swings it into that near post. It's easily headed clear by Haruna, but it's fallen back for Barron, and now Triponez. And nothing comes of it in the end. I mean, it took them 30 seconds after we went 3-1 up to get a goal back. And again, this is what I was saying before. We switch off constantly defensively. We've got some good defenders in the squad. But for whatever reason, we just can't seem to keep that consistency. And it is extremely annoying, to be honest. I mean, we're sat at 3-2. Second half's going reasonably well because we've not seen a single highlight. We need this to continue all the way to the final whistle, please, because then we're going to be cup finalists, which would be a fantastic achievement, really, considering where the club was at when we first arrived. And we're not going to make any changes. We certainly seem to be holding the fort here in this second half. But Kenner now with the ball forward. Triponez wins the header, finds Henry Francis. Back to Triponez again. Forward to Farrell Brown, just about getting a knock forward for Henry Francis. He needs support, finds Benjamin, and that is a shocking finish. He's got to be confirming his hat-trick with that opportunity there. That was a big, big miss, and that could cost us if Queen's Park managed to find themselves an opportunity. Luckily for us, they haven't. It was a big, big miss from Benjamin, but 2 goals and an assist from him has seen us go through to the Scottish Cup final, which is a great achievement in itself. And we can be very, very pleased with that. Hopefully that'll pick up the confidence for the lads going into this next league game against Kilmarnock. If we can win that league game, we are safe, and that is the important thing here. So we've got a week to go until that match. Bear with me, and fingers crossed, a little bit less frustration in that coming game, and let's hope we can get the job done. Okay, guys, here we go. We are away against Kilmarnock. It's a very important league game for us. A win secures us safety. And I think a draw may secure us safety if St Johnstone and Livingston both fall to defeat. They're both away from home against Queen's Park and Wraith Rovers. We're also away from home as well against Kilmarnock. To be fair, if St Johnstone and Livingston both lose, even if we lose, we are automatically safe as well. So the pressure really is on the opposition, and because of the position we're in, it is just a matter of time before we can secure our safety. We've been drawn against Aberdeen in the cup final. They managed to beat Celtic. And as you can see from the league table, our former club Hibs are top of the league. And that could sting a bit considering, obviously, we left them 2 seasons ago. And now all of a sudden they could be on the verge of winning the title over Celtic. So we'll have to keep an eye on it and see what happens. Can we secure safety here today? That is the target, and hopefully we can get the job done. As I mentioned before, we've managed to confirm 1 or 2 other signings as well in the space of time between that cup semi-final and this game. So we're slowly but surely starting to get some good young players in, and hopefully we can find a balance to the squad and reset ourselves tactically as well. So going into this game, we know what we've got to do. Obviously, all eyes are on St Johnstone and Livingston. Even draws for St Johnstone and Livingston probably won't be enough. I think if we lose in St Johnstone draw, it's the inevitable is delayed for a week anyway, as the ball gets played over the top. Sredojevic knocks it back to Rogers. Incidentally, I've been looking at the Kilmarnock striker Salcedo as well. He's out of contract at the end of the season. He is a player that could certainly do a job for us. He's reaching 32 years of age now, so he wouldn't be a long-term solution by any means, but who knows. Oru here into Sredojevic, charging down the left-hand side, needs support, finds Benjamin, and it's a shocking finish again from Benjamin. He missed a similar one, of course, in the game against Queen's Park, despite the fact that he scored twice in that game. But that is a big, big chance. We're going to offer some encouragement to the lads as well. We're going to keep the encouragement going in this game until hopefully we take the lead. Triponez just dealing with that comfortably and laying it out to that left-hand side. Stradojevic in plenty of space to make the run forward, and Oru should be running ahead of him here, and he didn't really get out of his way. He's managed to get the cross in, and Benjamin was there again, but it's deflected out for a corner from the defender. And Barron here, continuing his place in the starting lineup for the time being, swings it in. Tripanez with the header, and it goes over the bar. 5 attempts at goal so far, all of them off target. Stradojevic, Tendeng, Stradojevic into Oru, plays it in. Brown is there at the far post. That's a very well worked goal. I'm hoping he was onside. It looks like he is. And we take the lead here against Kilmarnock, and I'm hoping we can actually hold on to the lead. That would be nice because so far we have been the dominant force, and we need to just maintain this momentum now and try and get that second goal. Really good stuff from both wingers. Farrell, can't remember his surname, Farrell Brown, managing to get on the end of that ball in from Oru, and Barron there with a free kick which deflects over off the wall, and from the resulting corner looks set to target that near post once again. Swings it in. Tripanez this time manages to convert. He's had a few good chances like that in the last couple of games, and it is 2-0 now. Just over 20 minutes gone. We're doing our job, and this will secure our safety, and it will allow us an opportunity potentially to try a couple of different things tactically as well. But at the same time, should we just maintain with the cup final being our last game of the season, of course, because obviously the last thing we need to do is upset things ahead of such an important game. So it could be that we just have to wait until next season, but we'll see what happens. Salcedo almost getting there ahead of Tripanez. Stradojevic having a decent game at left back today so far. Oru, heavy touch, and Krejci doing well, finding Diouf, and now Persson in goal for Kilmarnock, just holding on to it, and they rebuild themselves from the back. And Salcedo now on this right-hand side plays it into McMahon, manages to get around the defender, and it's an easy goal for Thomas Walker, and again defensively switching off. And I'm not too sure what the answer is defensively, to be honest. We certainly just always seem to be capable of conceding, and it's very frustrating because, like I said, we've got some very good defenders in the side, but they managed to just get inside one defender, and then we were completely unlocked. So here's Connor Barron here with a free kick. It's a decent strike, but again, over the crossbar. He's not really covered himself in glory at all since we've come in, Connor Barron. He's been very frustrating to watch. He has got an assist today, but obviously that was from the corner. Other than that, he's not really done an awful lot. Here is Bagado into Barron, and now Tripanez into Henry Francis, into Brown. Barron couldn't get onto it. He didn't really try and commit himself to it either. Tendeng, Farrell Brown controlled it superbly, gets into the penalty area in Persson, somehow managing to keep that one out. And it remains 2-1 as we approach half-time. Big opportunity from the corner potentially. James Oru to take, swings it into that near post. Tripanez with a glancing header, he just couldn't quite get enough on it, and it goes just wide. But we've been so good going forward today. We've looked very, very dangerous, and instantly Salcedo with a corner, Thomas Walker with the header, and Kilmarnock are level. And this is exactly what I was saying to you before. They've had 3 shots on target, scored 2 of them. We've had 6 shots on target out of 17 attempts at goal, and again, only scored 2 of them. We were 2-0 up, and we've been brought back to 2 apiece. It's just so frustrating, and I really don't know what the answer is, because we're continuing to play well in the attacking sense, but then all of a sudden we just completely switch off at the back. It's absolutely ridiculous. And we'll tell the lads that we're playing well because we are, but frustrating. I mean, I'm running out of the amount of times I can say the word frustrating at the moment, because that's exactly what it all is. And hopefully we don't throw this away completely. Here's Barron into Henry Francis, and now Nolan. Trying to get down this right-hand side. Has support ahead of him, but can't quite find it. And Tripanez now lays it back into him. This time he's got a bit of room to manoeuvre. Nolan coming down that right-hand side. Can he get the cross in? He plays it to Tendeng. What a volley that is. I mean, if that had got in, that would have been insane. But comfortably over the bar where the Kilmarnock keeper is concerned. Iriban into Abdullah, and now Flynn. into Abdullahi again. And again, there's just no pressure for, you know what, Barron's coming off. He just doesn't look like he wants to be part of it. I mean, he's had a decent game today, to be fair, but that's because he got the assist from the set piece. Mohamed Ahmed can come on. Hopefully, he can find a way of doing something. Amari Benjamin's been shocking as well. We're going to bring Ninge on for him, and we'll take Farrell Brown off for Aziz and Dyer as well. And it's just, I just don't know what to do about it all at the moment. Bagardo's going to come off. Darren Silly Nice, he's a player that we're going to be looking to sell. We certainly need to upgrade in a number of positions, I think, especially in defence. And here is Diouf now. Swings it in toward that far post. Salcedo wins the header, and it's just over the crossbar, luckily, from our point of view. But even Rodgers has started to struggle. He started off really, really well, but he just, I don't know. I don't know whether it's his fault, the defence's fault, or what. But teams are just a lot more clinical than we are in front of goal. Here is Oru into Sredojevic, and now Ahmed into Henry Francis. A lot of space for him there in that central midfield area. And Dye into Nolan. Back into Aziz and Dye. Can he get it into the penalty area? No, he can't. And Burns just passes it out to Edwards. And again, we're supposed to be pressing, and we were nowhere near them there. Edwards has given it away, and Oru has managed to finish it really, really well. We do retake the lead, and deservedly so, based on the way that the game's gone. But again, it's fallen for us very fortuitously. And yes, we'll take these kind of chances, hopefully, all day. But when we're creating our own opportunities, we really need to be more clinical. We've got the capability, we've got the quality in the squad. I don't know if it's a lack of belief or what, but they've had 3 attempts on target in the whole game and scored 2 of them. And we've had 7 attempts on goal, 22 shots now at goal, and only a third of them on target. We really need to be sorting out this situation going forward. Trippinez there with a good header, well tipped over by the keeper. And Dyer here with the corner once again. Swings it to that near post, and Trippinez didn't even challenge for it that time. He lays it back to Ahmed, and now Ndiaye swings it in. Ninge was there, but Ndiaye was offside. And why we didn't shoot from the edge of the area there, I'm not too sure, because there was plenty of space there. But as it stands, it remains 3-2. We're doing the job. Livingston and St Johnstone are both losing quite convincingly, I might add. So we are going to be confirmed as a Scottish Premier League club for next season, which is a big relief. We've done the job that we came here to do straight away. And now we've just got to focus on building for next season. I mean, 3-2 win. Excellent. Not a problem at all. Those match stats are insane. We had 20 more attempts at goal than they did, but only 4 shots more on target than they did. That needs sorted out. And I'm not too sure, again, what the full-on answer is. We just need to really knuckle down and find a way of sorting this out. But it was a really good performance in the end. Defensively suspect, but we are now safe. 16 points clear with 12 points available. And it's just a case of who's going to get relegated now, and also what's going to happen in the title race. If Aberdeen qualify for Europe, which it looks very much like they will, again, I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen in that manner. Because if Aberdeen win the cup final, even though they've already qualified for Europe, I don't know if it upgrades them, or whether because we're a finalist, we can then go into like a qualifier, for example. Any financial gain would be lovely. We can be very pleased with the way today's gone. We've won the Cup semi-final, and we've confirmed our place in the Scottish Premier League for next season. Oru with the goal and assist, the man of the match there. And we've done the job that we needed to do, which is ideal. So going forward, we're going to skip through the rest of these league matches, and we will be back for the Cup final and keep everything crossed that we can get a decent run of form in these last few games and go into that cup final with the best momentum possible. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.